Yo, what is going on? Going live today for a few minutes. Proud sponsor, UPS. I'm playing. Definitely not a sponsor. It's just who I work for, and I'm about to go to work pretty soon. So that's what that is. But I'm trying to stay consistent with y'all. So here we go. Tuesday talk. And I'm like, what can we talk about? Something came on my radar, so I figured, why not talk about that for a bit? I don't know if y'all seen that little Nas X video. Interesting video for sure, for sure. Uh, Look, I'll say this: definitely not the first artist to go in that direction as far as messages are concerned, um, subliminal or non-subliminal, for that matter. The song in itself, the lyrics are kind of interesting. Obviously, you kind of get the gist of what he's going at. Um, like I said, he's not the first artist to have done that. Use I guess faith-based or maybe to some religious angles to discuss what he feels or to express what he feels. Um, I guess if I had my 2 cents in it though, what I will say is this: is I'm kind of I kind of find it funny how there's this double standard where one side can say how they feel about one thing while another side can't say what they feel about one thing. Um, you know, I feel like that's where the issue really lies. I'm not gonna say, whether you have the choice to decide what you believe is right or wrong in the end of the day, right? Um, but past that, the reality is, you know, how can you censor one side but not censor the other side? Or how can one side be able to speak freely while one can't on the other side? Or how come one side looks like when they speak or express something through a certain type of um, I guess perception, um, it's okay, but when someone else does it, it's not okay. you know um, yes, I do work for UPS. um, so you know and I say that because, like, here you go, we got like situations with like Gina Carano, where she made the, I guess, Nazi reference to how she uh no, I can't. I don't work in that department, man. I'm just a guy who delivers package, not even packages. Actually, I don't deliver packages. I drive semi trailers uh from one hub to the other. So no, I can't help you, my friend. But I'm sure they have a number you can call that can help you find your lost package. Um, but like I was saying, you have like your Gina Carano scenarios where like she's using the references of how she views the government, kind of similar to how Nazis used to work and things of that nature. Whatever, she makes that reference, and boom, she loses her job. Because apparently they tried to spin it to make it seem like, oh well, she's against Jews or something like that. And even though she was talking about the Nazis, how they connect the two, I don't know. Um, and then other things that she got attacked for as well. That she was apparently against um, I don't know if it was like the LGBTQ community or something like that. Even though she straightened that out too. But whole point is she uses things as reference, and it's a problem. And she did it all to express herself. And I'm just using one example here. But this, I see it across the board, is what I'm saying. Where if you stand on one side that's opposite of the other side on your, whether it's political views, your faith views, or religious views, or moral standing of views, if it's not with what other people think is okay, then you're wrong and you can't do that, right? But now here we go on the other side of the spectrum, and this is what I'm trying to get at: is you know, here, you have this artist who's expressing himself, and like I said, he's not the first one to do it, but he's using uh, faith-based ideologies, I guess, right, or angles, perceptions of trying to express what he feels is right or wrong, and I suppose it's okay, you know. Um, and honestly, to me, I it doesn't bother me none, to be honest. I don't like what I'm seeing, I guess, overall across the board, as far as like, you know um civil liberties being abused, or right wrongfully used, I guess. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for, but like I said, if one has the right to express himself, everyone should have the right to express himself however they, as long as it doesn't physically hurt anyone, right? um so that's what I personally feel. That's technically what a democracy is, right? A conversation, talking about what your perception is of your certain views and what you deem to be right or wrong. And if we can have that conversation, and expressing ourselves without truly actually offending one another, or not even offending, because here's the thing, I think certain people will still be offended anyways. The, depending if, yeah, I guess you feel that the other party or the other side is, in a disagreement with you. So, but um, regardless, that's what freedom of speech is it not? Like, being able to speak your mind, what it is you believe to be right or wrong. So that's why personally I have no issue with that. My issue is, you know, censoring one but not censoring the other because you think this is right, but then you think that is, what I'm saying? Like, you, that's where I believe it's wrong. Especially when it comes to someone just expressing themselves. And then especially also when it's like when you create more noise around it than what it really is. you know don't get me wrong, some things are like, whoa, that's kind of crazy, you're kind of coming crazy, but um if there's one thing I feel like growing up I learned was sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me. So it's like, don't let, you should never really let someone's words truly affect you. Like that I will say too. Like, don't let someone's words affect you, especially in a day and age where with social media, it's so much easier to express what you feel or what you think through words. And that's that, through social media. If it's not live like this, it's typing and you're reading something. You know what I mean? So, um, but words should never really, you should never really let them affect you. In the end of the day, you're gonna believe what you want to believe, and you're gonna fight for what you want to fight for, and uh, you are who you are, and you should know who you are and where you stand. And if you're confident enough in who you are, then, and you know who you are, your truths, then what someone has to say about you, whether it's right or wrong, shouldn't truly determine how you feel in the end of the day. Um, I'm not trying to, now again, I'm not saying that you won't get offended, but it's how you react to the offense, I guess, is more so um, what I'm trying to get at. Um, it's how you react, and you shouldn't react in a way that lets them see that you are affected by it. you know because in the end of the day, you're not dying. They're not physically hurting you, and in the end of the day, when you have your piece to say, you're going to express yourself how you express yourself, right? So all that to be said, that I'm trying to get at is, we all should be able to express ourselves. And you could only hope that people will do so in a manner that isn't offensive, or that it's doesn't come off aggressive. you know um, but if it does, it does, as long as nobody gets hurt. I think that's the most important part. And I'm talking about physically hurt, like when you really cross the line by physically hurting someone. That's the line, you know what I mean? That's the actual line, I feel. um and But again, like, and all this to say, because I'm just, you look at the cancel culture, this this day and age, and it's like it's crazy. You know, people are getting canceled for expressing themselves, or fired and losing their jobs, but yet others are expressing themselves, and in my opinion, also crossing lines. If judging it by the same merit, judging it by the same merit. Like I said, personally, I don't really care, because like I'm the type of person that I know where I stand, I know my truths, I know who I am as a person, you know. But if we're gonna have a equal rights, if what we stand for is truly going to be equal, then in the end of the day, um, you know, why is one being persecuted for expressing themselves while the other isn't? And if there are lines that certain parties shouldn't, then no line should be crossed by anybody. So in that case, it's everybody should have a sense of respect and consideration um, to what others believe to be true in their lives and in their hearts, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to get at. If we can, so it's got to be one or the other. It's either we all can freely express ourselves, however we feel fit, or if we're going to put parameters and limits on how one can express themselves, then everybody, and I mean everybody, should be following that standard, you know? And with that being said, if there's truly lines that can't be crossed, then those lines need to be applied for everything and everybody, not just what you deem to be morally correct in your eyes, because we live in a world where there's so many different ideologies, so many different faiths, so many different moral rights and wrongs, that truly, truly, really and truly, if we're living in a what's the word I'm looking for, I guess, free world, then and one that practices freedom of speech, whatever, and all that, whatever, then yeah, respect has to be all around, if that's the case. So that's more so my piece of what I got from that video. Like I said, I'm not surprised. He's not the first artist to have done something like that. I guess I just find it funny because, like I said, it's just from, not that I'm offended, but I'm sure there was viewers who saw that, maybe, people who are believers of that faith that he was pretty much attacking, whatever. And I'll even say this, like, be mindful of what you see and know that how an artist expresses themselves, whether it's a music artist or even movie directors and screenwriters and things of that nature, not everything that they depict is accurate, because there's like that moment in that video too where it's like, I don't know if he's like in Rome or something, and he makes it seem like they were judgmental towards I guess his lifestyle, but that's like so inaccurate, because Rome was actually one of those nations or empires and societies that actually practiced many forms of, I guess, what we can call sexual freedoms, for that matter. So, be mindful of what you watch. Be woke, man. But at the same time, it's like, if we're really gonna be equal, if there's truly, if the idea is for everyone to be on equal footing, and then let's all all things should be respected, not just what you think is right or wrong, but like, let's respect everyone's beliefs, faiths, and opinions when it comes to their truths. And I'll end it on that, because I do gotta go to work, guys. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments of your own, or things that you want to touch on, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, wherever it is you're watching from, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. S5, thank you for tuning in. And Lord Koj, my homie, my boy, appreciate you, bro. With that being said, peace out, guys. Much love. God bless. Bam.